What if one question changed everything? What if heaven and hell weren't places you went to when you died, but places you could access at any time in your mind? Not metaphors, not hallucinations, real psychological states you could fully enter, fully live in. What if salvation or damnation wasn't decided by divine judgment, but by the state of your consciousness? And what if, here's the twist, you could choose which one you lived in? Today, we explore a world where heaven and hell are states of mind, not destinations. And everything depends on the decision you make from within. Modern neuroscience already tells us your brain creates your reality. Colors, constructed by the mind. Pain, felt in the brain, not the body. Time, an internal simulation. Now imagine if emotional and spiritual states like heaven and hell weren't metaphors, but total psychological environments. Constructed, felt, lived. Neural networks that produce persistent realities. Heaven isn't floating on clouds. It's the full immersion into peace, clarity, love, unity. Hell isn't fire and brimstone. It's endless loops of shame, anger, fear, and despair. And both exist inside you. What if one day we found a way to consciously enter them? It starts with a breakthrough in neurospiritual technology. A device is invented, the Revelator. It maps your mind, detects your dominant emotional frequencies, and allows you to align with either a heaven state or a hell state. The choice is voluntary. The result? Total immersion. People describe it as feeling more real than real. In heaven mode, you feel eternal love, infinite connection, and radiant peace. In hell mode, you spiral through every regret, every fear, every trauma, over and over. And then someone asks, why stop at simulation when we can make it permanent? Religious institutions collapse. In their place rise after state centers. When you feel ready, even while still alive, you can permanently enter the state of your choice. People call it the soul decision. Some do it young, feeling called to bliss. Others wait a lifetime, only entering at the edge of death. A few would choose hell. Why? To punish themselves, to prove a point, to follow a twisted desire. And then there are the undecided. People afraid of both extremes. People who ask, what if I don't deserve either? Or worse, what if I deserve both? Heaven's state isn't just joy. It's transcendence. People who choose it report, merging with loved ones, feeling timeless peace, becoming light, thought, music. Every desire is met. Every wound is healed. There is no hunger, fear, loneliness, or shame. Time loses meaning. Some remain there forever, but some return. Why? Because in the absence of contrast, even bliss begins to blur. Without pain, joy is static. Without limits, purpose dissolves. They come back to remember struggle, to feel again, to grow. Hell state is raw experience of your darkest truths. No demons, no judgment, just you, unfiltered, unknown. People report, reliving every regret, feeling every pain they caused, enduring the full weight of suppressed guilt and fear. For some, it's unbearable. For others, it's transformative. Because unlike religious hell, this hell can end. The moment you accept your pain, learn from it, forgive yourself, the system releases you. Some crawl out wiser, lighter. Some choose to return to help others escape. The world changes. People begin to define themselves by their state of mind. Mindists believe state is all that matters. They invest everything in achieving heaven state. Synthetics create artificial states, hybrid heaven-hell experiences. Purists reject the whole idea, choosing unaltered consciousness. Global identity shifts. Citizens are classified by state trajectory. Laws are rewritten to reflect state harm. Heaven choosers become revered. Hell choosers are studied, pitted, or feared. But one question rises louder than all. If you can choose heaven, why doesn't everyone? Choice is a burden. To enter heaven state, you must face yourself fully. To enter hell state, you must surrender control. Most people delay the decision. Some oscillate. A minority become wanderers, moving between both realms, never staying long in either. They say the mind isn't meant to live in extremes forever. They chase balance. They believe heaven and hell are not destinations, but mirrors. A new generation is born. They grow up knowing they can choose their mental state. They are taught emotional awareness, neural mapping, self-mastery. By age 12, they can induce temporary heaven states. By 16, they're shown glimpses of hell to teach empathy. Their world is flexible, psychological, intentional. And yet, some still fall into darkness. Because even with all the tools, choice doesn't remove struggle. It just makes it conscious. Let's bring this back to you. Right now, without any tech, without any portal, you already choose your mental state every day. Not in extremes, but in small ways. When you forgive, you enter heaven. When you hold resentment, you visit hell. When you pause to be grateful, when you lash out in anger, you choose. So ask yourself, what would it mean to truly choose your state of mind? Not once, not someday, but now. In this new world, morality changes. If heaven and hell are choices, not punishments, then good and evil become internal struggles. Not about rules, but about energy. The people who once control morality, religions, politicians, judges, lose power. Because salvation is no longer earned. It's experienced. Judgment fades. Self-awareness rises. And with it, a quiet kind of freedom. In time, something profound is discovered. Heaven isn't the goal. It's not the final reward. It's a resting place, a reflection of your own healing. The real goal is integration, to hold pain without becoming it, to access joy without chasing it, to navigate your mind not as a prisoner, but as a guide. So now we ask, what if heaven and hell are just states of mind? And what if you've already been there many times? Would you choose differently? Would you dare to face yourself fully? Would you help others choose? Or would you close the door and pretend this was just another video? Keep exploring the biggest questions in the universe. And as always, stay curious. You're already on the path. The only question is, which way will you go? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you never miss a thought experiment. Until next time, what if? Your best ideas are yet to come.